Open relationships. Some say they're the future of modern love, while others believe they're a disaster waiting to happen. But are they really successful, or is it just a fantasy? In this video, we're breaking down the most common myths about open relationships, separating fact from fiction, and exploring what actually makes them work or fail. If you've ever been curious about non-monogamy, you won't want to miss this. Let's dive in. Today we will talk about, are open relationships really successful? Debunking common myths. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. Many people believe that open relationships never work, that they always lead to jealousy, heartbreak, and eventual breakup. Others think they're just an excuse to cheat without consequences. But is that really true? Are open relationships doomed to fail, or can they be just as successful as monogamous ones? The truth is, open relationships challenge traditional ideas about love and commitment, and they require a high level of trust, honesty, and emotional intelligence to succeed. But there are a lot of myths and misunderstandings about how they actually work. In this video, we'll break down the most common myths about open relationships and reveal the truth behind them. Stay with us until the end to find out whether open relationships can truly succeed, or if they're just a recipe for disaster. Myth number 1. Open relationships are just about sex. One of the biggest misconceptions about open relationships is that they're only about physical intimacy. People assume that couples choose open relationships because they're bored with their partner or just want to sleep around. But in reality, open relationships are not just about sex. Many couples open their relationships for emotional, intellectual, and even lifestyle reasons. Some people feel that they can love more than one person at a time, while others believe that traditional monogamy puts too many restrictions on personal freedom. The truth: successful open relationships are built on communication, trust, and clear boundaries. It's not about replacing or neglecting your partner. It's about creating a relationship dynamic that works for both people. Myth number 2. Open relationships mean you don't love your partner enough. Many people think that if you truly love someone, you wouldn't want to be with anyone else. So if someone is open to dating others, they must not be fully committed to their main relationship. But this idea comes from a monogamous mindset, where love is seen as something exclusive. In reality, some people believe love isn't limited to just one person. They argue that it's possible to love multiple people in different ways, without that love taking away from their primary relationship. The truth: open relationships aren't about a lack of love. They're about redefining what love means. Just like parents can love multiple children, some people believe they can love more than one partner without diminishing their feelings for anyone. Myth number 3. Jealousy will ruin everything. A lot of people assume that jealousy will eventually destroy any open relationship. They imagine one partner becoming insecure, possessive, or heartbroken over the idea of their significant other being with someone else. But here's the thing: jealousy exists in monogamous relationships too. In fact, monogamous couples often struggle with jealousy just as much, if not more. The difference is that open relationships require direct conversations about jealousy rather than ignoring it or pretending it doesn't exist. The truth: jealousy is natural but manageable. In successful open relationships, partners learn to identify where their jealousy comes from and talk about it openly. They set clear rules and boundaries to ensure that both partners feel safe and secure. Myth number 4. Open relationships are just an excuse to cheat. Some people think open relationships are just cheating with permission. They assume that one partner convinces the other to agree to an open relationship, so they can do whatever they want without consequences. But cheating and open relationships are not the same thing. Cheating involves lies, deception, and breaking agreements. Open relationships, on the other hand, are based on honesty, transparency, and clear boundaries. The truth: if a couple sets clear rules and both partners agree to the relationship dynamic, then it's not cheating, it's a mutual choice. The key difference is that both people know what's happening and are comfortable with it. Myth number 5. Open relationships never last. A lot of people assume that open relationships are temporary, that eventually someone will get hurt, jealous, or change their mind. They believe that, in the end, monogamy is the only sustainable option. But studies show that open relationships can last just as long as monogamous ones, as long as both partners are on the same page. In fact, many couples report feeling more connected, more honest, and even more committed after opening up their relationships. The truth, just like any relationship, the success of an open relationship depends on communication, trust, and mutual respect. Some work, some don't, just like monogamous relationships. Myth number 6. Open relationships are just for people who are afraid of commitment. Some people think that those who enter open relationships are just afraid of committing to one person. They assume that avoiding monogamy means avoiding real emotional responsibility. But many people in open relationships actually have very deep, meaningful, and committed partnerships. Commitment doesn't necessarily mean exclusivity. It means being loyal, honest, and emotionally available to your partner. The truth, open relationships require a lot of emotional work. They are not about avoiding commitment, but rather about redefining it in a way that works for both partners. Tips for making an open relationship work. If you're considering an open relationship, here are some key factors that can help make it successful. 1. Set clear boundaries. Open relationships only work when both partners agree on the rules. Some couples allow emotional connections with others, while others prefer to keep things strictly physical. Defining what is and isn't okay is crucial to avoiding misunderstandings. 2. Communicate honestly and often. The key to success is open and honest communication. If you feel insecure, jealous, or unsure about something, talk to your partner. Keeping emotions bottled up will only lead to bigger problems later. 3. Be honest with yourself. Not everyone is built for an open relationship, and that's okay. If you're uncomfortable with the idea, don't force yourself into one just to make your partner happy. Make sure it's something you truly want before agreeing to it. 4. Respect each other's feelings. If one partner starts feeling left out, insecure, or emotionally disconnected, the relationship dynamic might need to change. Respect each other's emotions and be willing to adjust the rules if necessary. 5. Don't compare yourself to others. It's natural to wonder if your partner's other relationships are better than yours, but constantly comparing yourself will only create insecurity and resentment. Focus on your own relationship and what makes it special. So, are open relationships really successful? The truth is, they can be, but only if both partners are fully on board, communicate well, and respect each other's boundaries. They're not for everyone, but for those who choose them, they can be just as fulfilling and meaningful as monogamous relationships. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.